We just have skin my teeth them. Just you're good, you get better. Yeah? It's been a rough couple of days. Like, I like when she's sick, I like see her sick. No one I go through.
And we're all just trying to get through it together. So I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I'm all alone with feeling overwhelmed. I'm all alone with feeling like I am losing it literally some days.
Yeah, so I had to find ways. And yeah, I know it's different for people who are teaching preschoolers to primary school, to prep school, to high school. It's different all around. But you have to think about them as well, parents. Send a message and say, Miss, good job today.
At the end of it all, we just have to work together and keep each other's feelings in mind and take each other into consideration when we are going throughout the day. But there are certain things that are beyond the teacher's control.
Unfair me.
Whatever.
Clean me.
Bye, guys. Yeah.
Nice me.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had it back there and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was wild. Stuff from the cuffs is here to make things bright. In a world so dark, they're bringing some light. Stuff from the cuffs. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. Go Bria, go Bill, go Bas, go Brian. Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs.
Let's just take a moment and savor this moment.
I don't smell anything. I still can't smell.
Just to have you beside me in a video. Just to have you back to yourself. Guys, I wouldn't know the first day I see her I walk up and down around the house and I do things. I feel good. Then the next day when I see her I cook and just I smile and I enjoy herself again. I wouldn't know how I feel good. You just have skin my teeth them. Just you're good, you get better. Yeah? So it's been
baby, full of water.
It's been a rough couple of days. Like I like when she's sick, I like see her sick. Like sometimes I want to rough her up back to get better. Like what to you? Nothing to you, come on. But I'm happy she's here. I'm happy she's smiling. And when she came out tonight, ready for the video, here, well done, I'll be like, okay, we're getting there.
And the fact that you trimmed helped a lot with that. Oh gosh, you're so handsome. Oh God, sir. Come true. Hey, husband. Yeah, so I'm feeling better, obviously.
She did her hair, so just remember to mind too. I can't make sure I'm going so good. I'm just all plaka behind. I have to catch up.
Aww.
So guys, welcome back to another episode of Stuff from the Cuffs, where we bring the fire. We're fun.
We're inspirational.
We keep it real.
And of course, we're educational.
And speaking of educational, today we want to talk about education.
Oh Lord.
Guys, the stories that we've seen and heard and lived.
And the voice notes.
The voice notes we've seen and the Zoom interruptions we've seen.
Lord.
And lived.
Yes.
It's a crazy time out there. And we just believe that there are so many other parents, so many other guardians, so many other people who have to face these realities of homeschooling and working from home, and it has been chaotic. It has been rough.
To say the least.
And we're just here to empathize with some of you and to share some of our story and for make you know, say, we know what I go through.
And we're all just trying to get through it together. So I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I'm all alone with feeling overwhelmed. I'm all alone with feeling like I am losing it literally some days, especially for those who have to work from home and monitor the children who are in school, especially the younger children. You have to monitor the older kids too, because you know the attention span and all of that. But we want you to know that you are not alone. And we've had our fair share of experiences since March, but more so since September. Know that we are back at work full time. And you know, it's been a rough ride.
And Bree's back at school. She started September too. Her school didn't start October 5.
Right. Her school started in the beginning of September, just like how our teaching jobs started in the beginning of September. So it's been a challenging almost 2 months, but we thank God. And we're going to share with you some of the things that we have done to kind of just make things a little, I wouldn't say easier, because I don't know if it's really easier, but more manageable, or we kind of just getting through. But before we get into that, welcome to all our new subscribers.
Big up yourself. Make sure you pay on the taxes. Pressing subscribe.
Yes. So if you're watching,
if you're new subscriber, you press it already.
Right.
Bring a friend.
Yes, bring a friend. If you're watching and you have not yet subscribed,
subscribe.
Click the subscribe button right down there. Make sure you turn your post notifications on, like the video, and of course, leave us a comment.
Yep. And to the returning residents, the tenants in the building, big up on yourself.
And would them add citizens to it?
Oh.
And permanent residents.
Who don't have visa? Who don't have diplomatic immunity? Or what are you saying?
Oh yeah. Welcome, guys. We're happy to have you as part of the Cufflinks family.
Guys, a long time I enjoy myself saying I don't even know. Sure. So I think where would we even start?
All right. So let's start from the fact that we have scheduled our days to.
Yeah. So one of the ways we cope, before we even talk about how we cope, because there are days we don't cope, there are days we don't manage. I just want
balance.
No. I just want to publicly say and to publicly big up my wife for the stunning work she does with the kids, with her kids at school. I'm going to say kids here. Nobody tackle me about, sir, we are not kids.
We know y'all are our big kids.
Yeah? And also how she manages to do so many other things. So from the cuffs, she manages to be mommy. She manages to be wifey. She manages to be sterling. She manages to be everything. She's still a MC. Yeah? She's still she's just glowing and growing in this COVID time. I look upon her, I tell her when she run out and tonight and I say, yeah, it's video time again. I look upon her and I say, girl, I look good enough. Get a girl a pre,
Yes, pre me, baby, pre me.
I put on my clothes and come sit down in a video too, Can't make all of this beauty go out by itself. You have to balance the scale, pick up yourself attire. Yeah. But it's not easy. I in an IG post I saluted a lot of persons, but also the single parents with a mother or father who has to do this on their own. We barely have struggled some days.
And it's both of us.
Barely have survived some days, and it's both of us. And it's not a half both of us. It's committed, dedicated both of us. I can only imagine, right? And let's get right into it. As Bas said, one of the things we do is we stagger our days. What do I mean? When I go to work, she's home. And when she's at work, I'm home. Yeah? Mm-hmm. So one of us is always there with the kids. Thankfully, our work situation allows for us to work from home sometimes and to stagger how we work from home and to also allow for, we actually schedule the classes on alternate days so that we would be able to pick up where the other person would be able to manage. And it goes back to something we said in the past about, when one person is being stronger than the other person relies on the other person. And that is a not a 50-50 thing, it's a 100-100 thing. So 100% of the time when she's gone and have to be focused on work, 100% of me has to be dedicated to being the homeschool dad. Yeah, the chef, the cleaner, the everything. And when I'm gone to work, she has to be 100% mom. She has to be everything. Yeah. So that's one of the things we do. And even then, I'll tell you, when she is at class, And guys, let me give you one quick synopsis. So let's say she wakes up for an 8 o'clock class, and then I wake up 7 o'clock. Me always wake up early.
Every morning.
And me wake her up for her 8 o'clock class. Then no, I start getting the breakfast ready, because when Bria gets up for her 8 o'clock class, or 9 o'clock class, she has to get up from 8 so that she can get ready, get her breakfast. I have to be doing that while she's in her class now. Then I'm watching for Bella to wake up, starting Bria, get Bria in class. Class starts. Then Bella wakes up, have to go and feed Bella. Then when Bella is fed, Bella miserable, Bella want change, she want watch something, she want do something, she want join Bria class, she want run up and down, she want interrupt mommy class. I have to be back behind her. Then Bria now, daddy, need help on something in the class, or the teacher calling Mr. Cuff or Bria, who is there with you? I have to go and sit down beside Bria. I say, alright, let me give her half an hour to settle her in. Half an hour turns an hour, turns 2 hours, turns 3 hours.
Turn the entire time.
And lunchtime comes, I'm going to look after lunch yet. So when she come out of class, she hungry. Me hungry because me not eat breakfast yet. Bas hungry because she not eat breakfast yet. She only get the tea. Me get the tea. Bria get the tea. I'm going to get that right and I start look after the food. By the time food ready, Bria back in school. Bria, may I feel sneak food give Bria. Yeah. Then Bella no want turn off the camera. Yeah, so that she can eat. Then Bella no want food. Bella want time. Bella want attention. Then she said, babe, me can get something to eat while she in that class. Turn off her mic. Feed her. Guys, all of that to say, me still have my work to do. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I am catching up. I'm doing the editing I need to do. I'm responding to emails I need to respond to. I am planning for my classes the other day. It is crazy to say the least. And if I can barely manage, sometimes my friend say, babe, as soon as our class done, your class done?
Yeah, right? Sometimes the class don't even finish.
In
walk past, class done.
Yeah, because I just need like a relief, as well as I have other things to do as well. And, you know, if I can feel so, the beautiful thing about it for her, she works from home fully. I work from home sometimes. So when I am gone, she can't ask, class done, she don't get any relief. So you see, for me, if the threshold is at a 80% max out, she's supposed to be 150. Yeah. So it's hard, and that's just one thing we've shared that we've been able to do and still have all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one thing really not solve none.
No, and you know, when he speaks about him going to work, I said to him the other day that I feel a little anxiety when he has to leave and go to work. It's all well and good when he's home and we're trying to juggle it together, but when he leaves completely and I'm home, especially on days when he may have to go while I'm teaching on that particular day, and I teach for like about 6 hours straight, and during that time of teaching, we teach at Northern Caribbean University here in Mandeville, Jamaica. And during that time of teaching, Bria is also in class. And of course, we have Bella. Guys, I cannot honestly say to you that I manage. I really just try my best to get through the day. Simple. Sometimes I have to pause my class, run to tend to Bella, run to Bria, who knows that daddy is not there, so she's calling on mommy, and she's 4 years old, and so they need a little bit more supervision than if she was an older child. And on days like that,
and to be frank, guys, when Bria calls mommy responds differently than daddy.
Well,
so Bria will call mommy
for
10
everything,
times that
right?
She knows that daddy going to look at her and say, Bria, you know to do that one by yourself.
Yeah, she calls mommy a little bit more.
A lot more. And Bella, PP cock up behind her mommy when she see daddy, she know alright. She take her tablet, go sit down, she go. So they respond to us differently as well. So she's taxed.
I am taxed emotionally. I am taxed mentally. I am taxed physically. And when people say, boy, you're a superwoman, I'm like, I'm still trying to fit in that cape. But I really just try to make it from day to day. I get overwhelmed a lot of days. Overwhelmed. I remember the other night, I was trying to help Bria with some homework. Brian was here, but he was in the kitchen. I was trying to help her with her homework, and this was after a long day, and Brian wasn't home. He just got home and everything. Trying to help Bria with the homework, and this Pitney arguing with me about something in the homework. I think she was a little confused about something, but in my state of being so overwhelmed, I just went around the table and I just sat down. I just sat down and I was just looking down. And she realized that I had just shut off. Like, I literally, mentally, I couldn't manage no more for the rest of the day. I could not manage anything else. And thankfully, hubby was sensitive to what was happening, and he came and he just immediately started taking over, helping her with the homework. I literally could not hear anything else that she was saying. She had called me and sit down, just look down.
When I come round and see Bas just still gonna tell them, Bria call, Bria ask, Bria this, Bria that. And you see her, she has a saying, when the kids call, we must answer same time. Yeah, I don't know. Them call, they must know when daddy's available and can come, and then the next time they know that daddy might be busy, so they wait a bit more. When me see Sheena answer,
guys,
me know say something going wrong. So me just take up Bria and me just carry her one side and just do everything and just give her the time. And when Bria, I am there helping Bria, and Bria be like, Mommy, I say leave your mother alone. You don't see that Mommy is tired. Yeah. So you might say, all right, let's hear the how we cope. I get the real part first. I get the part if I say we not cope sometimes. Sometimes I have to remind myself it's a baby. They're still kids.
They're still kids.
So when Bria is not getting something that I think she should be getting, sometimes I'll teach her don't get it.
Yeah.
And when you realize that the teacher don't get it, you want to say, so you not get it, you want we forget it, teacher. Yeah? And the teacher will be like, the teacher has to be dealing with 10 different students plus.
So she's probably overwhelmed too.
She's frustrated. They all 8 out of 10 say, Miss we seeing on the computer. The other 2, Miss we not seeing. So she's trying to figure out, how do I fix that? How are some seeing and how some not seeing? Then she sees a child doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and she reprimands that child when the child may just be responding to a parent who is trying to help.
Yeah.
It's
crazy. A lot. Thinking about it now, I feel bad that I wasn't responding to Bria. But guys, let me tell you, in that moment, my cup was just full and just started spilling over. I couldn't process anything else. For like a good 10-15 minutes, I just sat there. I think hubby gave me something to eat, and I just sat there. I didn't say a word. I never paid Bella no mind. I never paid Bria no mind. Brian just took over. That was the first time since September that I really felt like
she was about to break.
Yeah.
When I saw it,
I
just knew that I had to. And even when I was taking care of them and helping them, she not look pound away.
I did not look at all. Me really.
I take them, I go bathe them, I go get them ready for bed.
Yes, he just did everything. He just did everything. Yeah. And
that's important too. And that's important too, to realize when your partner needs help and just take charge. Because can you imagine now, me say that and me don't pay that no mind and me still expect her to respond the right way. Then when me must call her, and then she'll go turn and get annoyed with me and get upset with me, and it's going to cause more problems than fixing the situation. So it's important for us to recognize the different things happening to us as a couple, to us as parents, so that we can identify and deal with them before they get worse. Because trust me, the night I see her, I've never seen her like that as it relates to taking care of the kids, guys. So I can just imagine what it's like for parents out there who you don't have a tablet, you have to use your phone, and you have to miss some work days because you have to be beside the child. And then when you're beside the child, the teacher asks them something what you don't know, and them don't know how to guide you. Then the children are asking you how to assist with this and that, and you feel like the child should know because the child was in class.
It's a lot. And speaking about the child, guys, I think we need to keep in mind that our children are children. And they are being affected
too, a whole lot.
They are being affected too. So a lot of times we have to remind ourselves that Bria is still a baby, quote unquote baby. She's 4. And sometimes, maybe because she acts so prime and she acts so mature, we forget that she's 4. And so we find ourselves sometimes, especially when we are becoming overwhelmed, that we show a little less patience.
Our tolerance.
We exercise, our tolerance level kind of just gone right down. And sometimes we have to remind each other
that if we are responsible, okay, imagine a child.
Yeah, we have to remind each other. Let's just take time, take a breather. Sometimes she just really just wants to go do her own thing and not have to bother with school and homeschooling and all of that. The other day, the night before school, she literally started feeling sick. And
she was worn. She was worn out.
She was worn. I think she was worn mentally, emotionally. She was not feeling well. She was not herself. And the following morning, she got up feeling the same way. She was not feeling well. And we made a decision that we weren't going to force her to go to school, albeit that it's from home. We weren't going to force her into that mental space because she was not feeling well.
And her not feeling well and going to school would have caused her to get worse.
Yeah.
Her interaction with the teacher would have caused the next problem. And the teacher would probably be upset with her and take it out on others. There are so many things. So we had to be wise to say,
yeah, all right, take the day off, let her rest.
If we want a break sometimes, yeah, and we are experienced, we are adults, we've grown and we've developed over time. Imagine a 4-year-old. She miss her friends. She don't get to see them all long. She miss doing normal activities. She don't get to do them all long. She has to be learning schoolwork, plus learning a technology, plus learning how to deal with her parents, plus learning how to deal with a teacher.
It's a lot, guys. It's a lot, guys. It's really a lot. And while we try to cope and manage as adults, let us remember that our children are also going through the phases, going through the stages, going through the emotional and psychological and physiological changes that come with adapting to this new norm. So let us be a little bit more patient with them. Let us talk to them and find out how they're feeling. Today, Bria said I hurt her feelings because I was correcting her about something she did. She said, "Mommy, I know it, but how you said it hurt my feelings." And you know,
I was reach home, she tell me, "Mommy hurt her feelings." I
was very sensitive to that, and I apologized to her, and she said, "It's okay, because you know we have grown her to, you know, we have grown her in a way where she appreciates apologies and she knows how to apologize, and so she appreciates that kind of thing." And so, you know, we try to manage, we try to balance, but most of all, we just try to take it one step at a time and make it through each day. It's hard. And so I know it's hard for you as well. I've heard some of the voice notes circulating. One of the little boys, he sounded so frustrated. I'm going to watch him show. Man say, I'm going to put the phone on charge and go watch him show. So, you know, those are the things that we have to take into consideration.
And we take it for joke and we laugh and we share them. But there are serious issues beneath them. There are serious issues underlying when you see a child doing that. Or even the issues where we have seen some parents and teachers having a back and forth, where we've seen some teachers just really flipping, where we see some human error mistakes being made that wouldn't have been made if we were at our optimum level. Yeah? So people walking in on Zoom and being exposed and all of that. You know, when you're good at everything was in a perfect world, not a perfect world, a different type of world than this corona world, them things that wouldn't happen. But no, because it's just our world's been turned upside down. A lot of times we see some of these situations and we don't even understand the underlying scenarios or the underbelly issues. And when you see a little child sounding like that, or you see a parent responding to a teacher a certain way, or a teacher responding to a parent a certain way, people stressed. People are on the verge of giving up. People are on the verge of breaking. And I want to close on the point of us being teachers as well. Parents. So we come from 3 different perspectives. Media practitioners are just having a 9 to 5 plus a 5 to 9. Being parents and also being teachers. Yeah? Parents, it's not easy for us either as teachers. We have had to learn in order to teach. A lot of us are doing on-the-job learning in order to teach. A lot of us are learning a technology plus learning a lesson, adapting it to technology, and being able to deliver it. A lot of us are also being affected by internet issues or internet provider issues. A lot of us are also affected by power cuts. And when you plan out your lesson and you record it or you add in this and that and you make it nice or whatever and then let the light go away and the whole day is wasted, or the internet just pop down and everybody get knocked off, or the students come on and then get knocked off and you have to start over, and the students, one come on, then the next one come on, and that one drop off, the first one drop off, the second one, while in the middle of the presentation that one drop off. We have been having a rough time as well. Yeah? And for my classes, I don't know about Bas will talk about her classes, but for my classes, it has been rough. There was one day in particular when I had no lesson, but I just allowed students to talk and express themselves. Yeah? It was a day I played about 5 different motivational clips. I gave them stories about my situations and my life. And I also just encourage them through music and just give them, I allow different ones to just play some music and to just relax and to just create an atmosphere that they could continue, because a lot of them are on the verge of giving up. They are frustrated. Yeah. But we too are frustrated. And teachers, you too have to probably take a stop. Yeah. You change up how you do a class in a particular day so that you can unwind too. Yeah. Don't be so focused, in my view, on getting the outline for the day or the objectives for the day.
Don't be so clinical about what you're doing.
Yeah. Focus on finding a creative way, Even in them expressing themselves in my particular class, in them playing music or whatever, there was a particular freestyle element, and I was able to say to them, so too as broadcasters, you have to learn for freestyle. Yeah, you get a word or you get a script and you have to build on it on the spot. Yeah, so I had to find ways. And I know it's different for people who are teaching preschoolers to primary school, to prep school, to high school. It's different all around. But you have to think about them as well, parents. Send a message and say, Miss, good job today. Send a message and say, Miss, me know say rough for you too, but me thank you for being there for my child. Not all teachers are bad, and even if a teacher has a bad day, it doesn't make them bad.
A bad teacher.
So you have to cuss them off. Yeah? My class, I'm going to tell them, you guys are going to be having it rough. We are going to have it rough too. I am going to be needing to be patient with you. You're going to have to be patient with me. Anything you are going through, me I go through too. Me just I get paid to help you if you go through some of the same things. Me I get paid to make sure you can carry on because you paid for it. Yeah, so I have to respond to that. There's a need that I have to meet, but me still have the same internet issues. You frustrated that you can't upload. Me frustrated that me can't get your upload. Yeah. You frustrated. It's a lot.
It's a lot, and I think at the end of it all, we just have to work together and keep each other's feelings in mind and take each other into consideration when we are going throughout the day, because we're all facing something, we're all struggling with something. Yes, we have certain expectations of the teacher, but there are certain things that are beyond the teacher's control. Like Brian mentioned, some children seeing the screen, some not seeing the teacher, trying tirelessly to try and figure out the problem. And sometimes it's not their fault, and even if it's their fault, just take time with them. They're human, and we're all just really trying to figure this thing out together. One of the things that I've done, and the other morning when Brian started my class for me, he did it because he realized it's something that I've done since this pandemic. I start my classes with music. I am a radio announcer at heart. I start my classes with some soothing gospel music every single day. So all my students know that once they log in to the class, they are greeted by music. Beautiful music.
It's mellow them.
Yes, and calms them down and gets them into a good headspace, because I am cognizant of the fact that a lot of them are struggling as well with different things, finances, internet, trying to manage all the assignments, trying to do things virtually. And so you have to find ways to manage and ways to cope. And that's one of the things that I do for our students. And another thing for Bria, I realized that what her teacher does, she asks them to log on early in the mornings, like 10 minutes before. And when they log in, most of the times, she has like a fun video from YouTube or something playing. So it gets them a little excited right before classes. And so we're just really all in this together. We're really trying to just make it together. And don't feel like you are alone. You are not alone with struggling. You are not alone with trying to strike the balance. You are not alone with feeling overwhelmed. We are all feeling it. Man, woman, boy, and child, and girl, and everybody. We're all feeling it. So let us just do our best to get through it day by day, step by step. I tell my students, one assignment at a time, one day at a time. We're taking it one day at a time. We're allowing tomorrow to worry about itself. We're focusing on today and getting through the day, getting through the hours, getting through the minutes. So parents, teachers, students who are watching, children, because I know we have the children who watch as well and enjoy the theme song. We're all in this together and we're going to get through it together. We have been forced to adapt to this new norm. We're going to get through it.
We are.
Day by day.
Yep.
Let us just hold each other's hands, even if you don't know them, even if you don't care for them. Let's start caring now. Let's have a different attitude and approach to how we deal with people, keeping in mind that everybody is fighting their own little battle. Everybody is struggling in their own space. Let us be cognizant of this. Let us keep this in mind when we're dealing with people, how we respond to them, how we react to them. Let us be kind and let us do our best to help each other through this time.
And the world will be a better place for it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Imagine all of us are frustrated that go through every day. We are complaining with each other, we're miserable, we see each other with this, with that, with that. Dealing with corona, dealing with this, dealing with that, dealing with financial situations. Can you imagine if we were all dealing with it and saying, hey, good morning, how are you doing?
Dealing with it with a smile.
Just asking somebody, how are you? I opened up one session in the class and I just said, everybody has to talk and say how you are. Can you know how long that session took? Because people actually just started expressing themselves. Yeah. We're all in this together and we will get through this together.
We're going to get through it together, guys.
Big up on yourself.
Cufflinks fam, we're going to get through this together.
You got this.
You got this.
You got this. And we're here in your corner.
It. Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
Definitely.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend who. Tell a friend to tell them friend, tell your uncle, sister, brother, cousin, friend to come across. Pick up on yourself. Thanks
Stuff from the cups. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.
Guys, we have a challenge that come up, but she can't taste it.
I can't taste yet.
Watch out for it.
Well, it's coming. It's coming. I could probably be unfair, like Brian always is, and do it without being able to taste. I would definitely win. But
unfair me.
Whatever.
Clean me.
Bye, guys. Yeah.
Nice me. Hollywood star me.
Yeah, you are.
Stuff from the cuffs, stuff from the cuffs. If you had it back there and you're looking for a smile, bringing hope and joy for a day that was